this is gonna be a singles reading for the sign of Cancer. All right, so we're gonna just shuffle some and then we'll lay out some cards. We're gonna ask like what's going on for you right now, and then we'll ask like what's coming up in the future energy, like the near future. But right now we're just gonna ask like what's in your energy right now, any guidance that you need to hear. This is for Cancer singles. Gonna go one more time. Cancer singles. What's going on for my Cancers right now? You got the Three of Cups right at the bottom, so you might have some joy either around you or on the way. Oh damn. Okay, let's see what's coming out around this. I forget who just got this. I think maybe Gemini just got this in their reading, so that's interesting. Okay, we're just gonna get a few more cards. So, you know, there might be someone in your energy who's Let's see what else comes out, and then we'll see. I kind of want to know the full story. Cancer has options. Okay, we're just gonna get one more card. Okay, all right. Okay, we're just gonna let this rest right where it landed. Okay, that's where it wants to be. Okay, all right. So you probably have someone in your, I feel like first of all with Two of Pentacles right out, it just hit right away. It's not, sometimes it's about finding balance, but I feel like you have some options in your energy. Like I don't know if you're like dating right now or what's going on, or if this is just like a couple people around you that have their eye on you. So you've got someone around you who is like really physically into you. Like they are feeling the fire. They're definitely feeling the fire. They may be also very physically attractive, but this person is like feeling the heat. So this is not pagey energy, so I wouldn't say that this is necessarily somebody who's just coming in only for intimacy, but watch that. Actually, let's get some clarity on why King of Wands is here. What's this guy about? What does this King of Wands want from my Cancers? What is this person coming in with? Okay. Okay. Well, I need a little bit more clarity here. But also, so at the same time, like there's this energy around you, right? We're going to ask about it a little bit more. So this could be a person who's also like dealing with, letting go of some loss. I don't get a heavy tap in that this is a person who's here to bring you loss. I feel like this is someone in your energy who's like, you know, and like when I do this first part of the reading, like I'm tapping into you, but like this tapped in right away as not your energy. This is not your energy. This is someone around you. So yeah, this person just may be like still like processing some loss. So this person might be in a little bit of like baggage. They may be yeah, this might just be like somebody from their past, because this card can talk about reconciliation. So they may be kind of, so watch this guy. If you have someone who's coming in on like a really sexual energy, just know that they might be processing some stuff about like their past, a past person. They may have thoughts of like reconciling or kind of diving into it with you. So just have an awareness about that, but no worries, because I see different energy here also around you. I feel like you might be in a space of like holding on to something, Cancer. It's almost like, yeah, like there's something in your energy too that you're not really wanting to let go of. I'm not sure what that is, but it may be a person that you're like in your energy of like options that you may need to like loosen the grip. So where you haven't maybe like hyper focused on one thing that you're having a hard time letting go of, this is here to say like loosen the grip on that. I don't know if it's this King of Wands energy, but they are, you know, coming out in sort of succession. But this is here to say like loosen the grip, let it flow, let it flow. Because what basically like with Four of Pentacles energy, it's like what we hold on to too tightly inevitably like repels away from us. So loosen the grip, get into your groove, and the Hierophant is here to say like stay in your higher learning. I feel like most Cancerians right now are in like a heavier period of like tapping in, tuning in, higher learning, like ascending. And so I think if you can let go and sort of stay in this energy of like ascending, keep walking up those stairs of like enlightenment, consciousness, keep tapping in to your like, this is just the whole like higher level of being, higher levels of consciousness. The Hierophant is about learning about higher consciousness, walking up these stairs into higher levels of knowing and being. And I know that my Cancerians are super intuitive as well. So, you know, loosen the grip on whatever it is. If you're holding on to something too tight right now, release the grip, right? I think that you have like, so you have a couple things going on around you. You've got this like King of Wands guy, whose energy looks like a little, you know, a little mixed up. Like there might be some baggage here, right? But it looks like also there is like an abundant, like clean offer around you. Yeah, like this has roots, this Pentacle. This is beautiful. So this Eight of Pentacles is also just kind of here to say like, keep doing the work on this elevating mode so that you can stay clear, right? Like as you're sort of like sourcing out these different options, that you can really know like which one is going to be good for you, right? Because I think that you might be a little bit confused right now about like which way to go and what to choose. And so that might have you in your head a little bit, like a little bit bound up, a little bit down pressed. So here and here, these cards are here to say like, set yourself free out of this mental bondage. Get into your Empress mode. You know, Empress is not here, but like this is very much, these two cards are very much sort of like opposing Empress mode. And you know, it's like, these are just here to say like, loosen it up and let things flow more freely. Stay out of your head. Stay into your future oriented, elevated feeling kind of thoughts. Yeah. So that you can manifest in this one. So that as you try to navigate this, you won't be able to navigate and like, you won't be able to tell the difference between this guy and this one. This, well, guy, girl, whatever. Like, I don't know if you're a man or a woman, it doesn't really matter. Tarot is not gender specific, right? Let's just clear that up. But when you're in this stuck energy and you're too much in your head and you're sort of too much holding on, and this Four of Pentacles can also, this is like control mechanism, right? Not loosening the grip is like control mechanism, right? So and so when you're stuck in your head and you're kind of stuck in like trying to hold on what you think is meant for you, loosen it up and let it flow freely, because when you're in these spaces, you won't be able to tell the difference between an Ace of Pentacles type of offer and like a King of Swords offer a King of Wands offer who's like coming in with a little, you won't be able to make good decisions, right? So loosen the grip, cut these cloths off, get out of your mental bondage, get into like whatever makes you feel good, Cancer. so that, and it may be like this Hierophant may be here to say, like, get into your meditative practices, so that you can get like clarity, and so that you can get sort of like settled down with these thoughts that are keeping you bound up. I just have a feeling that you're like a little bit in your head too much right now. So yeah, it's time with this Eight of Pentacles to do the work and stay in your elevation, right? Stay in your forward momentum. Remember to do what you love. Remember to do, you know, your self-care. Remember to nurture yourself. Remember to like wear life like a loose garment, in a sense, you know, and, just let things flow instead of holding on. Let things flow to you, what is meant for you, and just let things flow away that are not meant for you, right? And stay out of resistance and stay in the flow, right? And what is meant to be yours is just going to flow effortlessly towards you, and because you've got the potential for this beautiful, big, abundant offer to flow in, but don't get like don't get too caught up in the details of like holding on and trying to control situations, because it won't be to your benefit, right? So let's see what's coming up in the near future. See, I feel like Cancerians can get kind of tripped up in the details because they have a tendency to be like super caring and giving. And so when they see someone who maybe is dealing, like that King of Wands, who's dealing with some loss and dealing with some tough issues, like a Cancerian will sort of gravitate to that type of energy sometimes because they want to help, right? Cancerians are big helpers. And they just want to like love everybody back into balance. But sometimes it's not even our job, to love people back into balance. It's our job to love ourselves into balance so that we can like attract in people who don't need to be loved back into balance or who don't need to be helped back into balance, Cancer, because it's not your job to fix every like bird with a broken wing, you know? Like, you've probably already fixed enough birds with broken wings to last a lifetime. So it's time to take care of you and get elevated and attract in that like that person who's not broken, who's like showing up with that big pentacle, and who's just like, you know, here to sort of like give you something, care for you, nurture you, in a way, right? Okay, so what's coming up for Cancer singles from the bend? It's coming up for me. You got Queen of Swords right at the bottom, and as soon as I cut the deck, I don't know where she went, but Queen of Cups, sorry, my speech is off with this Mercury shtick happening. These queens both caught my attention. Queen of Swords, Queen of Cups, so you're, and look, there it is, King of Cups. So this is what's coming up for you, Cancerians, in the near future. You're on that ascension path. You're already on that like path to elevating, Cancerians. Like a lot of Cancerians right now are in like a breakthrough time. So you're gonna be all right. You're gonna attract in your King of Cups. Coming up for my Cancerians. Gonna get a couple more cards, and then I really want to know why the Devil is here, because like, what's this guy about? The Moon. Cancer, you're ruled by the Moon, so that's just what came through, like blaring through when this Moon card came out. Sometimes it speaks to like the unknown, but it just like as soon as it flopped down, the message was you are ruled by the Moon. You might be really feeling the pull of the Mercury retrograde right now. Okay, so listen, Cancer. There's a message here for you, a really strong message. Why is the Moon card here? Now I'm curious. Oh, damn, Cancer. Oh, damn. Okay. All right, so... Okay, coming around the bend for you, you have like, okay, I already know the story, but like my brain is trying to find the words to like lay it out to you. Because I'm like a little like, don't let the devil sidetrack you. Okay. So you have this energy coming in. First of all, you have the soulmate card right here. And this doesn't always come up as a soulmate card. Sometimes it comes up as a choice, but that's not where it is in this reading. Okay. First of all, okay. I'm going to start from the start because there's a lot to say. There's someone in your arena who is coming in, who has a great capacity to love, but they are not like overly emotional, right? King of Cups to me is a stable king, right? It could be that you have a water sign coming in, but we're not going to get too hung up on what the signs are. But this is like a stable king, right? He's got a giant cup of love and he's got his feet in the water. So he's not afraid to be in contact with the water. And the water is like the flow and the love, right? And the emotion. So he's not afraid of it, but he's not just immersed in the water. He's not like the Queen of Cups, who's like half her body is in the water, right? And she can be a little bit more emotional. He's not emotionally messy. He's just like, but he's got a great capacity to love. He holds an abundance of love. He's got a giant cup of love. So he is like internally a very loving king, but it's not an expressively messy type of person, right? So first off, you have this in your energy, but are you, Cancer, in the future going to continue to hold on in this unhealthy way? And are you going to pass up this king? Because this is in your future energy. So this is definitely here to say, be mindful, because, okay, devil is like our unhealthiest parts of ourself, right? We all know that. If you watch tarot, you know that, right? Your addictive tendencies. So watch out for your tendency to hold on too tight to something, right? Because again, this is staying in control mechanism. And how do we like get what the universe is trying to provide to us, or what source is trying to bring in for us, if we're busy holding on to something that's like not even healthy, right? So if you're a little stuck about something right now, I would say like do your best to do your work to let it go, like let go of it. And it might be that that this, whatever you're holding on to, ends up being your King of Cups. It's possible, right? But you holding on too tight and just deciding that like this is what's meant for me, and like I'm gonna have this one, it's gonna impede your process and your ability to receive this and to receive this. Yeah, because you when you hold on too tight, and you try to control like the situation of what's going on, right? Like when you're just like hyper focused on like what you want and you think that like that's the thing, you're like closing the door for these other beautiful things to come in. And sometimes you're even like closing the door on this thing that you're holding on to, right? Because you hold on tight and it doesn't let it flow. So the message here is to let things flow to you. Let things flow like the water to you, because you have a King of Cups flowing right into you. You have a possibility around you of an abundant connection, albeit a slow moving connection, right? It takes time to grow roots and to grow a foundation, right? So this might be slowed down because of this holding on energy. Even like the connection that you're too focused on, it might be sort of slowed down because of the holding on. So free it up, Cancer, free it up, right? And you are very much controlled by the moon, yeah? Cancerians are very controlled by the moon. So we just went through a new moon. Something is just tapping that by the full moon, you're gonna like experience something about this soul recognition. And moon card usually speaks to unknowns, but like when this card came out, as soon as it came out, it was hitting different, like moon cycles, full moon, Cancer being ruled by the moon. That's the energy that's flowing in with this card. So there's something here about the moon cycles. So pay attention, like as we move through this new moon and towards the full moon. There's something here to speak about the full moon. So you definitely have like some soulmate energy happening in your arena. Like there is something in your energy. If it's not here yet, it's like it's on the way. And then you have the Star card, right? So here, so the opposite of what to do with this holding on energy is to like get meditative, and instead of being like focused on a specific thing, that's like, this is intensity. This is like shut down, locked up energy when you're like clinging on, right? So that's not the gig. The gig is to get into your wish mode, right? And what this means, when Star card comes out, to me, it very much means like get into your energy of like future tripping, but in a good way. Like not anxiety future tripping, but like actually like getting in a meditative state and thinking forward about like the good things that you want to feel and experience, and don't let it be hyper focused around a specific person. That's not it. Get hyper focused on like, what do I feel like when I'm being loved properly? What would that feel like? Allow yourself to feel that type of elevated feeling. Envision that, like envision not the seeing, but the feeling of what is it, like the things that you desire, the ways that you want to be loved. Get focused on how that would feel. What would that feel like to you? And like get meditative and focus on like the warmth of that, and allow yourself to future orient in a feelings kind of way, and allow yourself to sit in those feelings. And when these feelings of holding on come in, right? Try to catch it, get conscious of it, and get back and get future oriented, because this is sort of a lack, right? When we're holding on to stuff, we're experiencing like a lack. A need to control expresses a feeling of lack, right? Because we're wanting to hold on to something, and the reason we're wanting to hold on to something is because we feel like we don't have it. We don't have it. So there's a need to control. So the opposite of that is when we let go, but we get like really into that, what I was just talking about. Like allow yourself to get dreamy about like, how does it feel when I'm being loved properly, when I'm being seen, when I'm being heard, when I'm being nurtured, like the way this guy's nurturing a tree. You know, when there is emotional stability and I feel safe and I feel secure, and the universe will just magnetize it in. And once you shift that out of this like holding on mode and into just like opening up your field and you know, being open to receiving something that's going to bring you the way that you really want to feel, be open to it coming in a different way than maybe the way that you're holding on to. And see if those doors don't start to crack open and you don't start to see those synchronicities. You will, and it'll be fast. It's going to be like, you know, when you get the hang of that. But the biggest key for you right now is to let go of whatever it is that you've got a grip on too tight mentally. You've got to let it go. You got to let it go so that this sort of King of Cups, Seven of Pentacles, Lovers energy can come in for you. But I think that you're going to see something about this is just, and I don't try to do like specific timelines, folks, but if it's presenting that way and that's what the energy is like pushing through, I feel like this is somewhere around the full moon, and it could be this upcoming full moon, or it could be in a couple cycles. Because usually when I'm asking about near future, I'm giving it about like a 3-month window, if that makes any sense. So sometimes I don't know if it's going to be in a week or a month, because everybody's timeline is different. But there's something here about the full moon. So pay attention as we shift towards that full moon. Maybe mark it like the date that when this is happening after you watch this reading. And let yourself relax and just know that, like, this is coming in for you. Yeah. So let go of whatever the hell this is that you're holding on to. Because this thing that you're holding on to might be the King of Cups and the soulmate that's coming in, right? It could very well be, but you will not know if you hold on too tight. Because it's like when we hold on too tight to things, it's like, you know what it's like when you try to put the reverse ends of magnets together, how they repel away from each other. That's what holding on energy does. So even if this is what you're hyper focused on, and this could be your person, by holding on too tight, you can in fact repel the energy away from you just by a sense of lack, right? So just try to stay really conscious of that, because this is beautiful. Like what you have coming in for you, you've got that freaking Star card. You've got the Lover's card. You've got a whole damn soulmate on your path. So let it in. Let it flow to you. Let it flow. Let it free flow to you, and just have the faith and knowing that it's on the way. You know, maybe in the form that you thought it was going to be, but maybe something totally different that you know, that you never saw coming. So stay open to it, because the beauty, the wish is on the way, but you have to let it in. You have to open the door to let it in. All right, Cancer, hopefully this resonated with you. You know, if it didn't, you can feel free to watch your sun, moon, and rising. There might be more information in your other placements. If it did resonate, please like, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow the channel. But, you know, I thank you so much for your support and just showing up and watching this reading today, because that ultimately also helps me to grow the channel. Okay, folks, so take care, my Cancers. All right.